Reentry 2030 is really a continuation, as was previously stated. This is critically important work. We did it as a CBS Sunday morning televised event a few years ago, and one of the residents that was incarcerated, he asked the question of, when do we know when the intention for incarceration, the intention of the incarceration, that's been met? You know, when have we achieved that goal? And that's when we have to ask ourselves. We know that it's about making our community safer and our families stronger. That's really what it's about. And anything in that effort is critically important. So we know that we release 800 individuals annually from the Maine Department of Corrections. And the real question becomes, are they healthier? Are they stronger? Are they treated? Are they going to be good parents? Are they going to be good siblings? Good children to their parents? You know, these are the questions we have to ask ourselves. That's really the job before us. Because we know that individuals that arrive in our care have issues surrounding behavioral health, substance use disorder, right? Mental health issues. They come from backgrounds of poverty and neglect. They have learning disabilities. That's really who makes up the people in our care. And I've been in this business for 44 years in corrections and law enforcement. And universally, that's who we have in our care. And really, it's our duty to assist individuals as they transition back. But what does that mean? That means housing upon release. If they don't have suitable housing, they won't be successful. That means treatment if they have an addiction. That means vocational programming if they don't have a trade or a skill. That means education if they want an associate or a bachelor's or a graduate degree. I'm very proud to say that at the Maine Department of Corrections now, we have 160 individuals that are engaged full-time in college. Think about that. 160 individuals, full-time college students at the University of Maine and with the community college system. Really important. We have 12 graduate students, 4 PhD candidates. And we know that, let's give a round of applause. And we know that when individuals have a college degree, that we have a 0.05% likelihood that they'll return to custody. Think about that. Doris Buffett gave us that gift. Joe Jackson was part of that. Joe, where are you? Good to see you. Thank you for that work. It's leaders like Joe, while he was incarcerated, to make that happen, to ensure that he found the work with Doris Buffett and others to ensure the funding. Now we rely on Second Chance Pell Grant and self-funding for individuals, and we've had great success in doing that. When we say 0.05%, that means that there's a reduction, significant reduction in individuals being victimized in the community, right? So that's how we make our community safer, through education, programming, treatment, and housing. One of the things that I'm really proud of that we've been doing in the last several years is remote work. Allowing individuals to work from a secure facility in the community, as you would expect remote work would be described for us working remotely. We've had 45 individuals do that. 45 individuals do that, and many are still doing it to this day. Some have been released. When they do that, they're able to pay child support, pay their mortgages, pay court fees and fines. They're able to pay the survivors of their victims, right? Think about that, being able to provide and heal the community that way. Because we believe in restoration, we believe in people being redeemed, and that's one way that they can do that. I deeply appreciate the work of everyone here. It really takes a village, right? It takes all the organizations here providing the housing, the treatment, the transitional work, because we know reentry starts on day 1 of incarceration, right? If someone has received a 5-year sentence, it's critically important that we assess early on and identify what they need for assistance so they transition back, because they are coming back to our communities, and I want them to be a good neighbor, and I want them to be a good community member. This commitment for Reentry 2030 has some very specific goals, and those goals are 0 releases to homelessness. 0 releases to homelessness. 85% of those individuals are released to stable households. We can do that collectively. 100% of the eligible individuals enrolled in Maine Care 90 days pre-release, and 50% reduction in hospitalizations and emergency room service. We can do that. 70% increase in educational credential attainment, high-set workforce certificates, post-secondary degrees. Expanding access to skilled trade, training in all incarcerated individuals, ensuring every individual leaves incarceration with a resume. We'll also grow the number of fair chance employer partnerships, expand remote work, sector partnerships, apprenticeships, and released higher protocols for this population. These strategies were selected because we know they're impactful. We know what works. We can make this happen collectively, and I look forward to working alongside each of you to make this a success. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for being here today and for coming around to support this work, this initiative, and all of you in this room to come together for such an incredible purpose. Thank you.